Alright, so this is going to be an in-depth tour of my 2016 Toyota Tacoma SR5 double cab 4x4 V6. This is going to be a tour of the exterior of the vehicle. You're going to see clips around the vehicle, on the outside, on the inside. I hope everybody enjoys the review. Let's get started. Alright, so getting started here, you can see Toyota's pretty high up off the ground. We've got the manual reclining seats for the driver's seat as well as the passenger. You got lumbar adjustment, manual lumbar adjustment there, and the seat to move it forward and back is a manual adjustment down there. You've got floor mats with Tacoma stitched right into it. You can lock and unlock them. Actually, they were unlocked. I gotta lock them there. What else? You've got the dual cup holders with a little bit of extra storage there in the door. You got your mirror controls, electronic door locks right there on the door. Sorry for the rain. Lock, unlock, automatic driver's side window, all power windows throughout the rest of the vehicle. While I've got the doors open, might as well open the back door. This is the double cab model, so it's got back seats in it. You've got plenty of space back here for the passengers. Got a nice Toyota logo on the door sill there. More cup holders here in the back, more storage. On the passenger side seat, you've got a little storage compartment on the back. Not sure why there isn't really one on the driver's side seat, but it doesn't seem to bother me as I'm not really sitting in the back and I don't really have too many passengers back here usually. But if I get in here without all this stuff on the floor, my seat's actually pretty far back right now. I was on a long trip yesterday and had the seat reclined a little bit. But I'm about 5'10", and with the seat reclined back, my knees are like right up against the chair, so not a ton of leg room, but for short trips, you know, under 2 hours, hour to 2 hours, I think that most passengers would be fairly comfortable back here. I've got a pretty good amount of headroom. Still have, I'm 5'10", like I said before, and I still have a few inches of headroom before my head hits the ceiling here. You've got coat hangers back here. It's a 60/40 folding rear seat, and that can be done by the two nylon straps you pull on that unlock and lock the rear seats. Just to demonstrate to you how the seats fold down as well, you can go like that. This nylon strap right here, you just pull up on that, seat releases, and there's more storage behind the seat there. Same thing with the other side. Lift that up, comes down, and yet again, more storage behind these seats. So lots of storage space in this Tacoma to store whatever you need. You've got two cup holders back here. You got a sliding rear window. So that's just manual. Very high quality upholstery in this truck. As well as just all the finishes are pretty good. I mean, a couple of complaints I have are just like on the elbows. I'll tell you more about that later, but like on long trips, the surfaces for your arms are a little bit hard, but overall the finish on this truck is pretty good. Just to demonstrate to you guys how the seats fold down here in the back. You've got, and actually they don't just fold down, but you can also lift the chair of the rear seats up back here. Lift up with some nylon straps. There's some storage back here as well. Pretty good amount of space in there. Let's see if I can fit this football in here. Yeah, that'll stay locked. So seats fold up back here. They do the same thing on this side as well. This side will fold up, and there's more stuff under there. That's actually where all the jack supplies are for this truck under there, in case you get a flat tire. Let me put this seat back up real quick. Get these seat belts. There we go. Alright guys, now that we've seen some of the truck, let's get it started up. Got the key here. Got the panic button, unlock and lock on there. So love that. Picture of the truck comes right up. Another picture of the truck comes up, says Tacoma. I love that feature of this truck. Get the lights turned on. Really nice display on this truck. The blue gauges with the little LCD screen display there in the center. You've got your temperature that gets listed there. You can see it's 34 degrees here in Pennsylvania, and pretty cold out today, so outside temperature 34 degrees. You can see I like to leave the tire pressure monitoring system up. You've got a little picture of the Tacoma on the tire pressure monitoring system, as well as a little Tacoma truck there for that part of the display, which I think is really, really cool. Just those small details that you kind of learn about your truck that you start to like a lot. So moving on to the interior of the truck, we've got power driver side window here. All power windows for the passenger rear windows. You've got your light switch here for the cab light, which is an LED cab light. When you open the door, the LED light behind the back of the cab will actually light up as long as this is in the middle position. You can actually use this switch to flick it on and to leave it turned off so that it does not open when the door opens. You can also turn it on at night if you have the doors closed and you're just trying to keep the light on in case you're trying to do something in the bed. You can get lighting back there. I like to keep it in the middle position so that when you open the doors, that light automatically comes on back there. On your instrument cluster here, you've got the light switches on the side. This is in the all the way down in the off position. If you move it to the next is the daytime running lights, which is just the two orange lights in the that are also the blinkers in the center of the headlight display there. Turn it up one more and you've got the lights that come on in the interior, and it also turns on the rear tail lights when you're driving down the road. And then if you turn it all the way up, you've got your headlights that come on. And if you flick the toggle, the cluster back, that'll turn on the high beams, which you see on display there as well. You can also use the little switch here, rotating, to turn on the fog lights. So off, if you turn it into the on position, you'll see. Oh, I'm sorry, it's because the high beams are on, that's not working. So if you turn those off, and then you can see that the fog light symbol illuminates right up there. Moving on to the steering wheel controls, this is really nice. And just to mention on this truck, the steering wheel just feels really good. It's got very good grip to it. It's a good width. So everything when you're driving in this truck feels fantastic. The steering feels great. Which I'll tell you a little bit more about when we go driving down the road and give you my reactions to how the truck drives. But you've got your volume up and down for the radio. Let's get the radio turned on here. Audio, source, FM. There we go. Let's see if we can get some music. So sound system in this truck is pretty good too. And then you've got the volume controls also on the steering wheel, which I like to use quite a bit. You just hold down in whatever direction you're trying to go, up or down, and it changes. You can also change your radio stations with these buttons right here. Another thing I really like is the tire pressure monitoring display. You can see all the pressures for the tires there with a little picture of the Tacoma. Just nice detail that Toyota decided to add to the inside of the display cluster here for the driver. Moving over to the media center here that you've got your audio, and if you go to source, FM, XM, Bluetooth, AM, really easy display to use. Everything, it just responds very, very quickly to the touch. I can pair my phone up to this very easily to take calls, which is a big reason as to why I bought the Tacoma. It just comes standard with the Bluetooth there and the SR5 edition of the truck. If you go to apps, you've got your audio, phone, messages, fuel economy. Everything's very, very easy to use. You can see the weather. Go to current weather, you've got the 32 degrees out, 3-day forecast, everything that you need right there, updated every 15 minutes. Go back to the home screen. I have it customized so you can see my miles per gallon of the truck here, the range on the rest of the tank, the little clip of the weather there, and then the clock. That's how I like mine set up, but you can customize the shapes, sizes, and the look of your own home screen in your Tacoma if you get your own. You got the CD up there, which I really never use because my phone does all the music for me. You've also got like your tune and scroll button here for the radio. You can seek and track, but I always do all of that stuff with the steering wheel. Another nice feature I like is when you have the radio or your music on and you just need to mute it real quick, you can just hold down on this button and then that'll mute the radio. If you hold it down again, it'll unmute. You can answer and hang up phone calls using this button there. Yeah, and then you can basically use this over here to control the center media display. So you've got tire pressure. If you have any music turned on, it would tell you the artist and what song is on. You can see in your information display, you've got all the tank fuel economy, your average speed, miles per hour, distance till empty, back to tire pressure, any messages, if you have messages about maintenance for the vehicle would come up in there, and you can customize this stuff as you like. I like to leave it on tire pressure. I think that's valuable information to have on at all times. This truck comes standard with cruise control, where you can set it with this switch right here, on and off. Comes right on in the middle there, on, off, and it works like all the Toyota cars have for a long time. You just go up to go faster, down to go slower, it'll automatically adjust itself. You've got two cup holders up here for the driver and passenger. You got another cup holder there with some more storage. You can see you've got some change and things there. You got another nice storage spot here. I like to keep my wallet, an extra pair of sunglasses down there. This truck also comes with extra sunglasses holder right there. Nice, easy to use. Sun visor for the driver. Comes with the mirror and the lights. You've got your driver and passenger side lights there. Backlight here, and your traction control button is actually up top as well. When you hit that, you can see the light comes on, traction control and auto limited slip, and if you hold down on that, you can turn traction control completely off altogether just by holding down on this button right here. So moving on to the rest of the vehicle, we've got more storage here for the driver. We've got a pen holder right there. This is a nice size storage pocket that goes nice and deep. This is also nice and soft to the touch, so when you're on long trips and you've got your elbow planted on it, you stay very, very comfortable on long trips. You've got the e-brake here. You got your gear shift select, so just put your foot on the brake. You've got reverse, neutral, drive, sport mode, where you can switch the gears down and up. This is a 6-speed automatic transmission. Go back to drive. I like how the display for the gear select is lit up, and you can see there's different colors depending on where you're at. Reverse, the rear backup camera comes to life there, which is actually a very, very clear camera. Even in the rain, actually, as you can see, it's not too bad. Gets a couple little, you know, raindrops on the screen and it messes it up a little bit, but it's still pretty clear, and I can see the red line means you're a foot away from from any objects. So it's really nice to have that, especially with a pickup truck that has a long bed like mine does. Back into park, and you've got your ECT power button, which I'll show you a little bit more on the drive that we do. When you hit that button, you get the ECT power light that comes on in the center cluster there. Hit it again, it turns off. That basically retunes your transmission a little bit to hold gears a little bit longer, and it kind of throws the fuel economy out the window, because this truck is kind of centered around getting good fuel economy, but it's got plenty of power when you need it too. And if you feel like transmission is shifting a little bit slower or it's a little too sluggish for your liking, you just click on that button, and the truck really comes to life when you hit that button. So I'll show you guys that on the on-road drive that we take together. We've got your 4x4 controls here that's all electronically controlled with the turn dial switch here that we have, which is really, really nice. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low. Just to give you a demonstration on that, I'll take the e-brake off, put the truck into neutral, and take the truck and shift it into 4-wheel high. And when I do that, you're going to see here in the center that little green differential picture comes up. And if I put the truck back into drive, that should switch over to 4-wheel high. There it goes. I just had to move a couple feet and it switched. To go back, I'm going to put the car back into neutral and go back to 2-wheel, and then the transfer case lets you back out and puts you into 2-wheel drive. Same thing, so with 4-wheel low, let me show you how that works. Keep the car in neutral, we'll go to 4-wheel high, and then to go to 4-wheel low, you just turn the dial by pushing it in like that. Turn it to 4-wheel low. 4-wheel low comes on, and the traction control off button comes on as well. I'm sorry, the light comes on as well. So that's how you get back into 4-wheel low. To take yourself back into 4-wheel high, you just turn the dial to 4-wheel high. Goes back into 4-wheel high. Same thing to go back into 2-wheel drive. Go back into 2-wheel, and now you're back into normal 2-wheel drive mode. So that's how the 4x4 system works, and you'll see later on in the video how well the 4x4 system works when I take the Tacoma off-roading. Moving to the passenger side here, we've got, like I said, very nice materials inside of this truck. You know, there's a lot of hard plastic, but Toyota really did a nice job with this 3rd generation Tacoma, making it feel really, really high quality inside. You've got the auto dimming rear view mirror. You just hit that button and the auto dimming mirror is off. Hit it again, the green light comes on, and that's how you know it's on. And you can really tell a difference with that auto dimming rear mirror. You've got your compass here, so it says we're pointed south right now. On the passenger side, we've got the glove box with the lock on it, so you can use your key to lock and unlock the glove box. I usually just leave it unlocked. Plenty of space in there for all your maintenance records and all the documents that you need, so I keep all my stuff in there. Nice, it says Tacoma right on there too, which I think is a nice little touch. Every single 3rd gen Tacoma comes with the GoPro mount on the windshield, which is standard. I think that's super, super cool. I use that for a lot of my off-roading videos that we do. Over here we also have the heated mirrors, so you hit that button and a little orange light comes on indicating that your mirror heat is turned on. So if it's a really cold you know, winter day and it's just snowed and your mirrors are all iced over, you hit that button, and on the Tacoma at least, the mirrors get really warm really quickly, and that takes the snow and everything right off for you. So that's really a handy feature to have when it's snowing and super cold out. You've got your heat and air conditioning controls here. Very, very high quality turn switches. Emergency lights right there. 4-way, emergency lights. Again, everything feels super high quality in here. You got your AC button on, off, control your temperature right here. It's not dual climate control, that's only in the limited series of the Tacoma trucks, but it's a very simple system here in the SR5. It works really well. You've got your recirculating air. If you take it off of defrost, you can hit that button for recirculating air on and off. All right, and the Tacoma also comes with the standard USB and auxiliary ports right there, and a 12-volt car charger adapter right there as well, which I use all the time to charge my phone. Works very well. Again, this is the double cab version of this truck, so it's got the long, I also got the long bed instead of the short bed. That's because I like to put tons of stuff in the back of this thing. My dirt bike primarily is why I opted for the long bed, so I could fit the bike back here. Fuel is here, pretty standard, open and close manually there. 16-inch alloy wheels. You've also got the cleats here that are mounted on the sliding rail and on this bed, so that you can tie down whatever you want to back here. Soft open tailgate, pretty light, so you can close it real easily. Got the rear backup camera right there. Toyota embossed, or I'm sorry, Tacoma embossed in the tailgate there. You got the 3-piece bumper, which Toyota designed specifically in case of any, you know, accidents while trying to tow something. You rip something or crack your bumper or something happens, you can replace it fairly cheap. You've got the towing adapters that you need here. Everything you need for towing. This thing can tow up to 6,800 pounds, I believe it is. And it's got a payload capacity of 1,450 pounds, I think it is too, which you can see one of my previous videos. I actually did a video on the max payload capacity of the Tacoma. As well, in the bed you've got these really nice storage boxes built right in that have little locks on them. You just go like that and put whatever you want. I've got some bungees inside of that one. I think in my other one I've got some straps for when I tow my dirt bike, or for when I have my dirt bike back here. Yep, got the straps. So that's the outside of the truck there. Hey everybody, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video of the interior and exterior engine startup, revs of my 2016 Toyota Tacoma SR5. I really enjoyed making it for you guys, and I know I promised you trivia in my channel introduction video. I just didn't really feel like it was the right time to do the trivia questions, and so we'll definitely do that at the end of either the next video or the one after. I think a lot of you guys are really going to enjoy the on-road, off-road video I'm going to put together of the Tacoma. That's going to be the next 2 videos. Probably the second one that I put out next is going to have that footage. I think you guys are really going to like that. Look forward to that. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment. I really appreciate you guys watching, and let me know how you liked it. Thanks guys, have a great day.